We'd like to talk about things that affect you as a young person watching and everyone here in our audience. Obviously, it's a long weekend, and you're probably having a good time just like everybody else. So we want to find out, how is it that you have fun on the weekends? What do you do? Who do you hang with? Where do you guys go? What are young people doing these days, to just get out of the routine of it all and, do something a little bit different? I got some panelists here who are going to enlighten us, and also we'll be talking to you guys in the audience. If you're watching at home, it's 10/10 with your views and comments. I'll start with introductions. We'll start with the lovely lady on that end.
Hi. I'm Emiliana Gitao.
You can tell us what you do.
I'm a student. I'm an actress. And I do some business here and there.
Biashara?
Yes, biashara.
Okay. So, welcome to the show. Next.
Hello, people. Yes, my name is Kevin from K-Town Safaris. So, I do tours and travel. Mimi napelekanga watu road trips each and every weekend. Yeah, so that's what I do.
All right, looking forward to hearing more about that.
Great.
I think we need another microphone over here, but go ahead.
Watu ni aje? Mko fiti? My name is William, commonly known as Jewel. I do organize events, bashes, and basically a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Karibu sana to all of you guys. So I want to start with the misconception that people might have about young people. You're thinking all young people do is party these days. Like there's nothing else that you guys are interested in, that you do. Niku kwenda shule tu na kuingia bash, which I don't think is true, because I've met some young people who are doing some pretty amazing things, including all of you here on the stage. But we want to talk a little bit about how it is that even if you're having fun, you can have it a little bit more safely, a little bit more organized, and make sure that you get home in one piece and do it again the next weekend. So what's your idea of fun? On a long weekend like this weekend, what are you doing, you and your girls, or you and your friends?
Personally, it's either a girls' night out or a road trip.
Or a road trip?
Yes.
Okay, what types of places do you guys go to?
Maybe just a road trip. You can maybe go to Naivasha.
Mm-hmm.
Not a specific place. As in just traveling, having fun, knowing each other.
Do you guys panga these things, or someone just wakes up and feels like driving?
At times they're so abrupt, but at times, like, you can panga for like a month or so.
For like a month or so?
Yeah.
Namna changa ama? Who pays for this?
If someone wants to spoil us, well then just go ahead. But
okay.
Again, if it's a planned thing, most people just changa. You have fun, pamoja.
What is the problem? She ain't go happy. Let the girl talk. Kevin, you're doing something quite different with your company. Tell us about how that all works.
What I do, I organize road trips for guys, and I market them online, especially on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and also on WhatsApp groups. And then at the end of the weekend, we go to different places around Kenya. So like right now, I have a team of about 56 guys who are in Rusinga Island.
56 guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
We are doing camping. So we go with overland trucks. We set up a bonfire. Overnight, we have some salsa lessons. And then the next day, we go to Takawiri.
That sounds like fun. I'm like, I want to go.
Yes, near the lake. Mm-hmm. And guys don't know that in Nyanza, there's a white sandy beach. It's called Takawiri. You can just Google that. Yes. So we exploit different places and we take young people.
So how much does this cost if you're getting a big group of young people together to go somewhere like that?
Our trips cost about from 2,000 shillings for a day trip. And the most expensive one is 10,000 for 3 days and 2 nights.
3 days and 2 nights, 10K.
And that is transport, accommodation, food, and also excursions.
That's amazing. What other locations do you organize these trips to go to?
Over Easter, we were in Samburu. We go to Hell's Gate a lot, Magadi, Lake Bogoria. I mean, we travel all over Kenya.
See, and I think that's awesome, because for you to come up with this concept, obviously you had to see that young people were interested in more than just clubbing, right?
Yes. We provide an alternative for young people for what they can do. So let me give a short example. If you go to the club, you spend about 5K within around 3 hours. But we organize you a trip for 2K. You go to Ngong Hills, you hike, you stay healthy, you meet people, you get connected to people who are going to help you network, and also you learn about nature and you keep fit.
Wow.
So you get more benefits than clubbing.
Right.
Yes.
That's amazing. As someone who's been involved in the event business, right? When we hear events, we're just thinking concert, club. What other types of events have you been involved with?
As he has cited, it is very important for us to understand that this generation, it is more advanced than the previous one. This is nomadism at its best. As you've heard, they move from one region to another. There is demand when you have someone who is moving from Nairobi to Naivasha and they want to have ultimate entertainment. Having a safari without having a DJ or equipment or entertainment at the evening, it makes the evening becomes more dull. When you're having fun the whole day, you just want to unwind. So at the end of the day, you realize that this generation is doing things different than the previous generation, and it's better. And
so I've always wondered this, and maybe you can tell, you're a former DJ,
yes,
right? And you've worked in this business. Like, what makes people flock to one club and not the other? What makes a club hit? What are young people looking for when they're looking for, to go out and have fun? Because you can find a perfectly good-looking club, it's been furnished, everything's nice, and it's empty. And then this new club comes along, and what is that offering people that everyone flocks there?
Well, as I've said, we have moved to the high market, right? If you come up with a very good club and you don't have good service, you don't have good entertainment, you're not going to attract anyone. If you have a very good club, for instance in CBD, just a place like Mojo's Lounge, you go there, the drinks are not cheap, right? They're expensive, but there's guys there. But you find some other place, drinks are very cheap, but there's no one there. So you find that in this market right now today, people are not attracted to anything cheap. If someone can be able to afford 10,000 per day to go to Naivasha for safari, they have a DJ by themselves, they have a safari, they have booked the hotel, they have everything else. It means these people are capable. They know how to make money, they know how to hustle, right? These guys are not borrowing from their parents. They know how to hustle, and they are not begging anyone. So they're spending their money
where they want to spend it.
Where they want to spend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come back to you and this whole like getting out of town and road trip thing. It's fun, and people I think in all different parts of Kenya are doing this. Young people, whether you're living in Naivasha or Kisumu or wherever, at some point your city's gonna get boring and you're going to want to get out. For you, when you hear there's a road trip going to this such and such place, is there like a checklist of things that you need to know before you go? If your friends are going, you're down. How do you decide where you're going and with who?
It depends. If there's someone that I know, I've got a mic. If there's somebody that I know who is going, she'll definitely maybe talk me into it, and I'll agree.
If you're talked into it, you're good.
Yes, if that's my friend that I really trust. You really have to know the prices. Wherever you're going, you have to, first of all, do some very good research, because you just can't go anywhere.
Can't just
with
jump in
anybody.
a car.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've heard of horror stories like that, right?
Yes.
You guys were out at a club, guys got high, decided to just take a road trip, an accident happens along the way, and you find that some of the casualties, their friends didn't know, their families didn't even know that they were in that car, that they were headed out of town, because it's so sporadic. And as much as you guys are the YOLO generation and everything like that, there has also to be some organization that happens. So, do you leave home with cash?
Yes, number one rule.
So that you're
Always
not stranded.
Get yourself sorted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where you're staying? As you're planning to go?
That is some of the things that you should really find out before going into a road trip. Wherever you're staying, how much money you need for emergency and for the upkeep. Yes.
And to get yourself back.
Yes, and to get yourself back just in case
emergency.
something happens.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Yeah, we'll school your dame. Just on the streets.
Yes.
Just hitchhiking.
Stranded somewhere. At times you don't even know wherever you are.
It's not fun. It's not a good experience.
So how do you find yourself stranded somewhere? Na ujui mahali uko, you have no money on you. and you didn't tell someone that you're going to this place, wherever. So mtu hata akitaka kukutafuta ataanza wapi?
I'm going to toss it over to Willis somewhere with in the crowd, and perhaps Willis, you can find out from the audience as well, like what's the checklist before you embark on any one of these out of town trips, or house party happening somewhere that you have to get in a car and go somewhere.
Kuna wengine wanasema checklist ni ukiulizwa tu form na ndio hiyo form ni na tuko ndani tuna slide in. So wacha tuulize, so what are, maybe I started by asking you guys, what are some of the things that tuseme unataka kwenda kwa trip, road trip that is, what are some of the things you'll ensure that lazima uko nayo?
Naweza sema kama do and na vitu kama vitu za kwa fun ndio inafaa kuwa important sana.
Na lazima ujue umse ama ikijipa imejipa twende form ndio hiyo.
Obvious before we go into something lazima kujue mse interact kitu kama hiyo na get you.
Alright, hapo sawa. Hey, let's come up here up in front and have some comments as well. Acha tuanze na wewe, amesema Willis, so naenda kwake. Yeah.
Comments
za road ukitaka kwenda road trip for example, ama form yoyote tu ikijitokea, what are some of the things that lazima make sure ziko sawa?
Lazima ujue mali unaenda, alafu lazima uwe na pesa ya emergency in case hiyo trip backslide, uwe na doa kurudi.
Hapo sawa. Before trip in the south lazima kuwa na uko na idea na form. Anybody else akona comments? Danko umekaa sana bila quiet, so step up on the please.
Tell Danko.
Step up on the please. Comments zako juu hii topic ya leo ya tukifanya road trip. Na kuna mtu anasema okay, jiseme.
Lazima uangalie vitu kadhaa. Kwanza do ni muhimu. Number 2, partner wako huko ni muhimu pia. Usienda road trip nuko lonely kwa gari. Lazima kuna ule msako kanda dirisha. Mna chit chat hapa na pale. Mambo ya NYS nini wizi. Unajua. Na pia place mnaenda kama ni safe. Na lazima kukue na ule msame organize. Kama for example zangu ni Slim organize. Slim huwa mtu mkubwa sana. Yeye organize vitu safi.
Slim ni mtu mkubwa.
Yeah, ni Bazenga Slim. Yeah. Wakiwa na Calvo. Na Levi pia. I'm watching you Levi, I'm watching you.
You're watching the mama ando anakuwatch.
Anaitwa Danko, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Even though vile Danko anadai, sijui kama tuko na time ya kurecover, or if there's anybody else that I'm leaving out when you're gonna comment. And also remember, you can also tweet us using the hashtag 10/10. Kuna wase wanauliza hapo hivi, some people are wasamulike sana.
Keep.
They're saying they're loving how they're loving the show. They're saying, some are saying they're loving the outfit as well. And wanauliza that saa zingine when you're going on a road trip, what English ni noma. Kelvin anasema, what do you do? Danko na Jota penda hii. What do you do when there are more than 2? So sijui anamaanisha nini, but teacher ni wewe. I guess also, Joey, that thing that people are pointing out now that Danko brought it up is that what happens, when you're going out there, definitely tusifichane. Some of those plots inakuanga tunanaivasha na inaenda go down. So how do you make sure that, in all of that, you still remain responsible and safe?
I think I'll bring that issue back to the lady, because like they're saying, it's assumed. Boy child amekuinvite road trip, he's the one paying for everything. Mekubali kuenda. I mean, what do you owe this guy at the end of the day? Or do you owe him anything? Or is it a conversation that you should have before you even leave?
I don't think you owe him anything, sababu. Assuming I go out and tuko na beshte yangu, I have my money, I paid for the trip, as in there's nothing I owe him, totally.
Yeah, I think also the whole thing is not to find yourself in that situation where I'm kuongea your story and then it's the end of the night.
If it's agreed, it's okay, but if it's not agreed, why force someone? Or
yeah,
you don't owe him anything.
Right.
Anything.
And the same thing happens even whether you're going on a road trip or even just a night out at the club. And I'm sure you've seen this where groups of people come in and at some point in the night watu wanakosana and nobody knows what's going on. Perhaps you can talk about just some mistakes that you've seen happen at big events, at clubs, you know, where groups of people are going out and not communicating beforehand.
One of the mistakes that people misunderstood is that you're going out with someone who do not understand who they are. For instance, if you go out with someone who gets 2 drinks drunk, and then they are all over everybody, and that person is under your
care,
right? You get pissed off, and then tomorrow when the office space, everybody, hey, you guy, you came with a chick and she was all over us, and then that becomes a problem for you in the workplace.
Same thing with who's paying.
Exactly. The ladies will never accept to pay. They will never pay.
I don't think that's true. What? I don't think that's true.
No.
I don't think that's true. You also don't get the old generation.
Nah.
These young ladies take care of themselves, honey. Go ahead.
Okay. Allow me to disagree. I organize road trips, and I can tell you 90% of my clients are ladies. Ladies pay up for trips. They book in advance.
They are organized.
Yes, they are organized, and they also tag their friends. So I think the idea has changed.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Kevin. Majipanga, I'll see you.
Let me explain. In a club setting, right? In a club setting, I need you to understand. In a club setting, you never find a lady, right? You never find a lady who's owning up, paying a bill of 3-4 gentlemen. And
But why am I paying for 3-4 gentlemen? See, I only need one. Why am I?
I'll pay.
Exactly. If you don't know anyone, you not pay for them, right? Exactly. In this case, a man can pay for any lady. Anywhere.
That's his choice, though. That's his choice.
Yeah.
He made that choice. Okay, all right. Kevin, I'm going to come back to you to get some of the logistics of these trips that you organize, because I think they're quite interesting. So do you provide transport? I mean, how does the whole process work?
Okay, what we do, before I make up a trip, I go and do a pre-visit. Like if we are going to Ngong Hills and I've never gone there, I go do a pre-visit. I check on the logistics on where we are going to eat, the activities we are going to take part in, and everything. And then I do a costing of the same. After the costing, I market it out to guys, and then we provide transport, guide fees if there's need of security, we do that. We also provide guys with water and glucose, photography. I'm with my photographer here, Brent Focus. He does very great work. And then we share the photos with the group. So at the end of it, you have quality services, yet you pay a very small amount.
Okay.
Yeah, but you get so much as compared to what you pay.
You see where the future is headed, William. People are not going to be going to clubs anymore. They're going to be finding trips and places to visit and, out of town things.
What I'm saying is the club culture has changed with this generation. They are not interested in the club culture, right? Because you can go to Westlands. There used to be really nice clubs.
Electric Avenue and all of that.
Exactly. It is normal, right? The new trend is going for a road trip and having the whole package. Entertainment, the hotel is booked, everything else is in check, right? That is where there is most fun. And also, I think if you spend 2-3 days with someone, and it's someone you think you want to spend time with, you have a bit of 72 hours to understand whether you are going to go ahead with it or not.
Instead
right?
of the club where you have those 2 hours.
You have just 2 hours.
And
you have someone
72
hours. You have seen their morning face. You've seen how they look like when they're tired. Right? So by the end of the day, you can decide this is the person I want to be with.
Unasikia boy child.
That is the objective.
Take your time. Take your time. Okay, we're gonna have closing remarks here. I'll start with you. Just we've been talking about being more organized, about how we have our fun. At the end of the day, knowing what we're doing, who we're doing it with, and doing it safely and in a more organized fashion. What would you like to tell young ladies this weekend or other weekends to come who are thinking of going out there and having fun, which there's nothing wrong with that, but how do you do it safely?
Just get yourself packed. Make sure you have enough money. Make sure you know whom you're going out with. And make sure you're safe enough. Just be safe. Play safe.
Play safe, always.
Yes.
All right. Kevin, you can give us your details also of how people can contact you. I've had several people on Twitter asking me to get your details.
Okay, we are on Facebook as Keitan Safaris, also on Instagram as Keitan Safaris, Keitan Safaris Kenya, and also you can contact us directly on 0720 694748. Yes, 0720 694748. And let me just say this, I'd like to encourage the young people here, my fellow youth, let's embrace entrepreneurship, yeah? Siku hizi kupata kazi si rahisi sana, lakini unaweza create kazi we mwenyewe. Yeah, you can use your talent to survive, ama you can create employment and become an employer. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all
and
right.
I also have some t-shirts and hoods to give away today.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
We'll do that in a minute. We'll do that in a minute. I'll let William give us his sign off. Go ahead. Final comments.
Yeah, I think this generation is more advanced, right?
More adventurous.
It is more adventurous. They are moving forward. It is not like the past generation. The past generation, we have seen them what they are doing. They're just stealing money from NYS and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are better than them, right?
Yeah.
This generation is very important, and I think we're heading in the right direction.
In the right direction. Yeah, we're exploring more. We're figuring out how we can do things more efficiently. Tunatembea Kenya.
Exactly.
And hopefully we're doing it in a more safe and organized manner. We're going to head on over to the other studio for some live music. We've got Arita coming up next, so stay tuned.